Hello, everyone. So, oh my, today really want to help us simply release, but release with safety. So we're talking emotional release. We're talking releasing any emotional trauma. Oh, sorry, I have messages coming in. So, the reason I'm doing this today is because you may see this a couple years from now, and just know this is about releasing hurt and trauma rather than just stuffing it and moving along. But when I'm filming this, we just had our election. A madman is out of the White House. So a lot of us, of course, big sigh, we feel so much better, but we're still, of course, a little on edge because we don't know what's going to happen with white supremacists that have been out of control terrorists or terrorist wannabes for decades now in our country. I mean, that's what our country is built on. So they haven't all gone away yet. So the one thing I keep hearing from friends is, oh my gosh, I'm sleeping so much better. Oh my gosh, everything's so much better. Yes, but I don't want us to wonder what's triggering us a few weeks from now or a few months from now. There's a lot of release work that we have every right to participate in. So that's why we're doing a little yin today. Join me in whatever your comfortable seat is. I think I've stretched the top of my feet out enough just there. But join me, become comfortable in your seat. You might, if you have blocks, be great to grab some blocks just in case you need them or want them. Grab a bolster. As you can see, I took the back cushion from that chair because it's like a perfect bolster. But once you got everything together that you want together, know this is going to be yin. It's going to be slow. It's going to be gentle. And once I lead us into postures, I'll then be going silent. So you don't need to keep checking your screen to see if it froze up. You'll have silence to just go inward for a minute or two with each pose. I want us to start with a little vagus nerve balancing. First, let's turn our head from side to side and just notice if any side is a little tighter or a little more uncomfortable. With that knowledge, let's bring our right hand to the top of our head and just gently, you don't have to be an overachiever, just gently bring the head down. Keep the shoulders down, keep your body rested, and then gently just look up to your left. And let's hold this for about 30 seconds. And very slowly return to center. And just close your eyes or gaze forward, whatever feels best. Now bring your left hand onto the top of your head and slightly bring your left ear to your left shoulder. And then look up to your right. Gently release. Come back to center and just ground. We're going to start with our bolster. When we're frightened, we've got those fight and flight responses. Even when we're just frightened by the world around us and things that are going on. And we oftentimes will hover and close off our heart and the whole center line, front center line of our body. So today we're going to open it very gently. We're going to take our bolster vertically on our mat. Grab a block just in case you need it for your head, depending on the length of your bolster, pillows, whatever. Snuggle that bolster right up to your bum. Lean back. Now, if it's comfortable for you to allow your head to drape down, allow that. If not, you can use a block. And remember, with blocks, you can be this way, or you just need a little support, or you need a lot of support. That's why they're shaped the way they are. I think I'm going to leave mine alone for today. Bring your legs down in front of you. Now reach your arms up above and stretch and tense. Really like, tighten everything in your body. And slowly release it. Bring your arms out to the side or down beside you, whatever feels best to your shoulders. We're just looking for as much opening throughout this whole center line of our body as we can find. And we're going to rest here for just a few moments. Slowly bring the soles of your feet to the mat, your knees to the sky. Slowly bring your palms to your mat. Now reach for your shins. And squeeze up. Squeeze every muscle in your body. And slowly release. And come back up. Let's bring our bolster to under our knees. Come back. Really let your back ground fully from your hips to your shoulders. And rest your legs straight out. Now go ahead and you can actually just use your feet to slide your bolster off to the side. Bring your legs back down, reach your arms up. Go ahead and grasp your right forearm and pull yourself over to the right while still lying fully engaged with the ground. Bring your feet off to the left and cross the right ankle over your left. And just enjoy this side release, the whole side plane. Maybe bring your cheek to the ground. Let that release come all the way up your neck and into your skull. Come back to center slowly. Stretch head to toe, arms up above your head. Now grasp your left forearm. Bring yourself just subtly to the right. Bring your feet to the right, your left leg, left ankle crossing your right ankle. And just release. Slowly come back to center. Stretch your whole body wide open. Bring your arms cactus pose against the floor. That just means your elbows come straight out from your shoulder socket and your hands are pointing up above your head, so you're bent like a cactus arm. Slowly bring your soles of your feet to the mat, and then slowly, very slowly, keeping both shoulders on the mat, release your legs to the left, your knees bent, and allow this full cross body release. If you find your knees up high, don't struggle. Slide your bolster under them. And slowly bring your knees back towards the sky. Maybe rock back and forth a little bit to help your spine align. And when you're ready, slowly release your knees off to the right. Slowly come back to your knees facing the sky. Go ahead and grab your shins and just rock back and forth, massaging your back. Go ahead and fold over to a side, using your hands to push you up to a seated position. Come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Let's go ahead, put the right hand on the top of the head, right ear to left shoulder, and glance up to the left. Slowly release. Reverse left hand, top of the head, left ear to left shoulder. And look to the right, up to the right. And slowly release. Now let's take our bolster. We're going to, I'm going to do this sideways so I'm not just completely blocked by a bolster. Bring the soles of your feet together. Adjust so that you're truly on your sit bones. You're not back on your cheeks. You're way up front on those sit bones. And make a diamond shape with your legs. Bring your bolster in front of you and just slowly adjust it to wherever you need, depending on how far you want to release. Rest your eyes in your forehead, your hands in front of you. And each time you release a breath, really bring your lower belly in, releasing and creating space for your hips to release forward more. Let your elbows rest on right below your knees so that you can help them not keep popping up uncomfortably. Just give them stability. And rest. And slowly release. And let's put the bolster off to the side. Feet flat on the mat. Palms on the mat behind us. Really ground into the mat with your feet and your hands. Now inhale, bring your shoulder blades together and your head back, opening your chest. On exhale, fold forward. Inhale, shoulders back, head up. And exhale, fold forward. Let's just do this a few more times. Come into a seated position. Find those sit bones. Arms out to the side. And on inhale, reach up. On exhale, hands together, release to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands together to the heart. One last time. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands together to the heart. Hands to the knees. 3 deep breaths. Come to your belly. Cheek to mat. Just ground for a moment from head to toe. Now bring your elbows below your shoulders, hands planted on the mat. So we're basically in a Sphinx pose, right? Then I want you to just look over your left shoulder. Look up and or down, whatever's comfortable, but you're looking behind your shoulder. Let's hold this. Release forward. Left cheek to the mat. Come back, elbows under your shoulders, hands to the mat. Look over your right shoulder, really lifting up that nice thick muscle on the side of your neck. And let your eyeballs drift as far back behind your shoulder as they can. Not that you don't have to be an overachiever, that's not what I mean. But just let them go back there and hold. And release. Either cheek to the mat. Bringing your hands under your shoulders. Let yourself slowly lift up your chest and continue to press up. Come into a tabletop and rotate your hips in a nice big circle. And release to the opposite direction. Tuck your toes, sit up on your heels. Yes, you're gonna feel some sensation there. Just allow it. Allow those meridians to awaken. Fingers clasped, palms out front. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Come to a comfortable seated position. We worked with a few different elements of healing today, from yin to working with the vagus nerve, which is from our brain all the way down through our torso. It's our fight or flight nerve oftentimes. It can also affect digestion. It can affect a lot of things. But as we take joyful deep breaths, which we deserve to do right now, as we take joyful deep breaths, walking in to a safer world now that the madman is out of the White House, just remember to stop sometimes and let yourself quietly check in to see how your grief is doing, to see how your recovery from fear is, to see how your recovery from rage and feeling appalled is. Our nervous system, it's more than our thoughts. You know, we want to check in with those, absolutely. But our nervous system has been affected for several years now and potentially got stuck in a way of reacting, in a way of holding our bodies. So check in with me as often as you want. You can always email me if you'd like, you know, to ask questions, or for me to maybe send you a little extra info on things you can do to personalize resetting your nervous system after traumatic, especially traumatic, long-lasting events like what we just went through with the madman in the White House. So you can always email me at empoweredyogaflow@gmail.com. It's an easy one to remember. Be well. I love you all. Mwah.